What's up, fish keepers? It's your boy, Watto.
You give me the pod racer.
This is part 3 of the series in which I delve into the internet's worst aquariums. The subreddit we all know and love, crappy aquariums. This is hell in a handbasket. Almost every fish I can think of. When the fish are sleeping, the Plecos are more active. When they run out of algae, they'll use the slime coat off of other fish. I'm trying to look in there to see if anything would attack one another. It's like building a dinosaur pen with one dinosaur that eats the other. You could do that maybe if you had a pond, had places to hide, large swaths of land. The discus is odd. I would never want to spend the money and put it in a tank with everything in the kitchen sink. You can get rid of 2/3 of those fish. You get one big one. I love how there's a background to show more fish. Like, not only is your brain just tattered with so many fish, I think there's a picture background. There it is. And it's got a fake saltwater fish. In case you need some fish for your fish, we put in more fish. I love my fish. I love my jellyfish. Realistic looking. I was like, oh, they're the plastic. That's fine. No. They put a Betta in the washer machine. See, he's getting whipped in the face with tentacles. I want to put my Betta in the artificial jellyfish battle dome. Google, am I dumb? These people should not have any. He is doing his best, okay? Years ago, attention Walmart customers, we regret to inform you that this store and all other Walmart stores are discontinuing the sale of live fish. What? Where am I supposed to get my fish that are about to die? Where now? Aquahuna? Facebook beta group, she asked why the water gets dirty again after just one day. Really, at this point, you're taunting the Betta, aren't you? Look at this nice dinner. And all of these glasses that are the same size as your home. We have many. Will we put the glass together and make you one larger home? No, we shall not. That is 1 gallon. Do they make 1 gallons? How they put the little boundary. This is your side of the tank for the morning. This is your side of the tank for night.
Pet check.
Help me.
She's doing too much.
Where am I?
Oh, please.
Hey, yo.
I'm not a dingo. Dude, it was what? They're like, let's go into Gunner's cold shed. Hey, Gunner, you doing all right? Gunner doesn't get along with the shark. An Instagram story of the person I follow. Yeah, those tigers are hungry. That's too small though, isn't it? Those parrot cichlids, blood parrots. The cats are like,
I'll make it a blood parrot, all right.
hard to look at. Do they tattoo the lips? So you're injecting ink under the scales? The fish should grow legs and revolt. Fish spears. Swim down to Atlantis.
We kept a megaphone to collect the fish screams every time we made a tattoo.
Is it a smiley face? It doesn't make sense. We've got the gray metal turtle box at the optician's clinic. I love the posters in the background though.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Please do not stir me up. When you do, I hit my head on the glass, and if I keep doing it, I will die. He looks mischievous. He looks like he's daring you to. Update on my sister's neighbor's koi pond.
Ugh.
And look, they have fish in there already.
Ugh.
I went to pick up my niece today and arrived with this beauty. The fact that the trash cone turned into a water fountain with the flamingo taped on the front. My sister also told them she saw birds trying to get the fish, and they said they're just drinking water. I'm trying to find a way in which this family isn't the family from The Hills Have Eyes. I've had large pools that I dumped a bunch of plants in and I left under the sun all summer. Maybe some mosquito bits. The tadpole colony would be so thick that I just assumed they needed mosquito larvae to eat. I mean, the cone's not going to work. The flamingo, kind of junky. The water is the color of giant piss. If a giant came soaring down the beanstalk and took a whiz, that's it. That's what it would look like. Apple cider vinegar strained through a buffalo. Is this bowl big enough? No. Breaking my mom's fish tank. Needs a whipping from mom. I just found my new content niche.
You wake up and you hear your little grandson playing. Look what he does.
Silly grandson. It's, I think, an improvement. The turtle has something to sit on top of. Man, that SpongeBob pineapple is the mark of death, isn't it? Doesn't even have a bonus of leaching materials into the water. They're like, oops. This little guy shot out the back of a prop at a marina that works on boats. He's a bullhead, and I guess they're invasive to the area. What should I do with them? Keep them. Keep them. I always see in South Florida, they're pulling Pleco after Pleco out of the ponds. And I can't help but to wonder, do people want those? Can you deworm them and sell them? I'd be like, look at the time I spent growing this pleco. And then you just pulled it out of the pond. Things can happen like that. Of course, absolutely signed up for failure. You know, you're not a bad person if your fish hits the floor. Her friend wasn't taking it seriously, but the vodka bottle is not going to work. Instantly think of heater. I know a slew of people want me to believe that the inside of their house is 80 degrees. If it is, bless you for that. It reminds me of those giant breeding farms where each beta has its own bottle and the people walk across the bottle tops and just have a hose that refills 7 bottles at once and they just overflow them to change the water. You know, you go into fish and you're going to spend, what, $20 on that beta on the high end. You know, if Petco's feeling very fresky that day. And you're going to spend probably 10 times more on all the equipment that goes with it. It's the fun part. It's the fun part. God, I hate Absolute vodka too. If you have to go for really cheap, but you want to lie to yourself and say it's not cheap because it's in a glass bottle, you go Absolute. Someone sent this to me. It's an ad on Craigslist. Boy, you can keep that. $350. I know what I have. Would this wear down the integrity of the tank? If I look hard enough, I can see it bowing. Oh, that's nice. The electric box right above. Sign me up. This is horrible to see. Floats on water. What is it? I mean, this piece of equipment certainly needs a bigger tank. Fake plant, no good. Maybe a heater. Sister did a coworker a favor and went to go feed the beta. Interesting. Oh, look, there's the heater. Whenever I see this conversion, I always think pretty useless, but the heater's in there. That thing is a lot happier. The digestion works better. I know you can get away with room temperature betas. Happened all throughout the 90s. Huh. Kind of looks like a mental hospital right before a Silent Hill makes the walls bleed. You know, if he could go out to the door outside of his little dorm to the rest of the beta house, maybe it would be okay. But this is a full-time job to know what objects you can put in the tank that are non-conventional that won't hurt the tank. List of paints that would be safe. There would be a list of paints that wouldn't be safe. I think even probably the safe paints would risk dissolving at some point. I always thought of a shipwreck tank and you could put brass candle holders, a pearl necklace at the bottom of it. I get down to the bones, I realize that I just don't want to take the time to learn how to not mess up the tank with chemicals. Mom's aquarium upgrade. Why? The fins look like that at that angle. Looks like it had little tentacles. They need 20 gallons each. The first set of gallons is 20. The way goldfish eat plants too, it's just a different beast. You're going to have to rely on those water changes. But yeah, no, that's an upgrade. They went from disastrous to the minimum, but the minimum is good. The minimum gallons is good. Feeling a lot better. He looks a lot better. He looked a little octopus. That, it's little insect legs. Oh, much better. Much better, Billy. Found looking up 100G tanks. Would that thing just fly out the top? When a nanofish gets froggy and comes flying out the top of the water, you have floaters, they'll bounce on top of the floaters and look at you until hopefully they wiggle themselves back into the water. This dude comes through that glass top, you're going to hear something shatter. Hopefully, so you can save him. And then he'd probably be flopping around on the glass. There's many reasons why that makes me uneasy. Monster Mike, what do you have for us now? Wow.
The coolest mini aquariums in the world.
Oh, show me the toes. Yeah, get yourself a fish, put it in a little dish. I call it Monster Mike. Go and take a hike. It's okay, guys. We're catching them out of the wild. It's invasive. Crucify it on camera for the views. It's like watching a little boy play. Except I get frustrated because I know this is a grown man.
And then I have this plug right here.
Nuclear.
I'm gonna plug it inside of my book bag.
Monster Mike, tell the kids that the fish is going to choke on its pee.
So we can have some oxygen for the fish.
Oh, oxygen.
All right, so this is just like a real aquarium.
Just like it.
The water got the, oh, it's called.
We are going to blast this fish with air.
This is my first time ever catching something this small.
My voice. Squeaking.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys, look how this looks.
Look at it leaking. Maybe break out some more Flexasil, you goofball.
And trivia question number 3, what was picking on my toes? Comment the answers below.
What was picking on your toes was the dead souls of all of the pet fish that you grabbed out of the streams and put them in a little saw room. Those are the souls you feel picking on your toes. You're invited, not your typical invite. A free fish as an invitation favor gets a toy. The fish is on you, meant to be inconvenient from the start. White elephant gift. being so expensive to take care of the white elephant because it needs sunscreen from the sun. That's what this is. You know, the bag's a little chilly, I think. Kind of see how the goldfish is blurry. It came in a little cold even. Due to an emergency, I had to leave my aquarium for 1.5 months with no power or any maintenance. This is the sadness I have returned to. A win is a win. A win is a win. I have many tanks that look like this, mainly because of scuds. That looks like a bit of a crooked back. Doop. And there's a lot less fish, so they definitely had a time. What you're left with are the sturdiest plants that would make it hell or high water, and I would just root tab all of that, put the timer back on, and see what grows back. And then the plants that left you, well, they just didn't deserve you at that time anyways. Heyo! And here it is on The Simpsons. They guess it all. The things you see at the Aquarium Expo. That's a pretty cool little art piece. Is that the sump down there? You know, there's no fish in there. I always see the very miniature displays, my realm being freshwater. So it would be like the common plants you see, but they're like very small. And I always imagine every 5 days you'd have to trim it or prune it because those plants, if they were doing well, would just shoot out of that thing immediately. Glofish Halloween collections. 2 danios per gallon. The suggestion of 10 danios in a 5-gallon depresses me, not to mention that they are creating colors for commercial holidays and that their water changing advice for an uncycled tank, ridiculous. 2 weeks before the first water change, no shade if you have glowfish. Very silly directions. You get a new tank, you get AquaStart, that bacteria in the bottle, $7. You will go from uncycled to cycled. I have to dig down deep into when I was a new fish keeper. I'm very impulsive and I was like, I want it now. If you don't want to do it the natural way, little piece of food, AquaStart, and then keep your eyes on it. I'd say you almost would be able to wait a whole month before water change with AquaStart, but if you don't have plants in there, it might be something different. Are you... What is going on? I think they're trying to show it off. They're like, look, I built a fish guillotine. Look at that. Boom! Take it again, Pleco. Boom! Yeah, now it's the crawfish's turn. Stick your nose in there. Boom! Home Alone ya. Boom! Got you with the Kevin McAllister. Oh, look at that guy. He's like, ooh, ooh, boom! Yeah! Quick, do the doogie.